Episode 4 starts with the group telling everyone what their weapon is. Raichi's is his magnificent shooting techniques, Naruhara's is getting in behind, Gagamaru's is being physical, Lemon is an all-rounder, Igarashi is his never-give-up attitude, Kunigami's is the power in his left-footed shots, Imamaru's is his speed and technique, Bachida's is his dribbling, Kuon's is his jumping. However, Isagi doesn't really know. Igarashi says that it's his passing, right? But Isagi says, as a striker, I can't say that. Raichi tells him that the fact that he doesn't even know means he's doomed, and says next. Last up is Chigiri, but he says he's not telling. Igarashi tells him that's the whole point of this conversation. He says I know, but he still doesn't want to say it. Kuon says fine, anyway, a striker needs a powerful weapon, and how you make use of it is important. Lemon brings up that if everyone just does what they want, it'll end up like the last game. Even with weapons, if they aren't coordinated, they're meaningless. Isagi suggests they come up with a strategy where all of them can shine. Kuon says that might work. This way, they'll all get an equal chance. After the intro, they are practicing their plan. Isagi says it's not like they're a team all of a sudden. Lose and their soccer career is over. That simple fact has made them come together as a team. After that, Isagi is getting dinner, thinking that it's been a week since he's came to Blue Lock. And honestly, nothing's helping his confidence. He doesn't have a weapon he can be proud of. As he's eating, Kunigami comes up to him because he wants to talk to him about something. He never told him thanks for the pass last game, and says that's all, later. But Isagi tells him to wait a minute and asks why does he play soccer. He has a lot of weapons he doesn't, like his shot power and his strong frame. So he was just wondering what an amazing guy like him thought about. Kunigami says that's easy. He's going to be a soccer superhero. When he was small, he didn't look up to the Sentai heroes, robots, or pirate kings. He idolized strikers who ran about on green pitches and scored goals to win games. Those players weren't fictional. They were real-life superheroes who excited him and gave him courage. That's who he wants to become. He doesn't care if someone thinks it's silly and laughs at him, he's not embarrassed at all. To achieve his dream, he will fight the right way and take on the world. Kunigami orders a steak and asks if he wants some. He owes half of that gold to him, so half of this meat belongs to him, and asks why did he pass the ball to him back then. He's pretty sure Raichi was more open, so he was wondering why he passed to him when he had defenders around him. Isagi tells him it was sort of unconscious, like a reflex or something. Even if he did pass to Raichi, it didn't change the fact Barou was in front of him. For some reason, he smelled a goal if he could have just set him up for a mid-range shot. Kunigami says then maybe that's his weapon. Being able to make instant decisions is more impressive than he may think. We find out that the next game is against Team Y. Like them, Team Y lost their first match, so their backs are against the wall. They need to keep a close eye on number 9. His shooting's off the charts. Kumamoto's prefecture's top scorer, Okawa Hibiki. But this time they've concocted a plan. Let's have faith their practice will pay off. Even if they have to die for it, they will win. The key to this plan is the weapons Ego talked about. It's an ultra-offensive system that makes the best use of all their weapons. But if each of them use their weapon with no real plan in place, they'll crumble. So they'll divide the clock up and take turns as the front man to spotlight one guy's weapon. The rest of them will create a formation around him and support the type of soccer he plays. They'll go in order of rank. As for other positions, they can just rotate one position clockwise. The next one's close enough that it won't be a problem. Lemon brings up that from a defensive perspective, it's too risky for all 11 of them to take turns in the goal. So he'll stay as the goalie for the whole game. Chigiri doesn't mind staying on defense either. The game starts. Bachida's up first. His weapon is his dribbling. It's a solo tactic where he gets as far upfield as he can by himself. It's an egotistic tactic only available to those whose weapon is overwhelming. However, he's triple teamed, so he passes it back. Isagi notices that they couldn't have improvised this. They're also working to a plan. Their plan is a super aggressive one that uses each player's weapon. Team Y's plan is to defend and nullify their weapons. However, Bachida's dribbling is proving effective, and what's more, they have 8 more weapons up their sleeves. If they keep this up, they'll find an opening. It's been 10 minutes, so they switch lead to Kunigami. His weapon is his left-footed mid-range shot. He'll run straight to the front line, linger just outside the crowded penalty box, he'll receive the pass, and blast the ball along the path they create for a shot. However, the shot's blocked. Bachida gets the ball again. Nico tells his team to eliminate the space in front of number 9. Isagi notices that they're not attacking at all, and Okawa's been so quiet. He's the only one not defending, so what is he waiting for? Kunigami shoots again, but it's blocked. This time, Nico catches it, and Okawa takes off. Isagi realizes that they weren't overwhelming them at all. They drew them into them. Their aim was a counterattack. Lemon goes to stop the ball, but he just pops it over him, scoring a goal. Isagi comes to the conclusion that their plan is to drop back and defend, then steal the ball and counterattack. If they don't find a way to stop Okawa, they have no hope of winning. Next up is Kulon, whose weapon is his jumping. He challenges for the ball, wins it, and lays it off to start the attack. Kunigami gets the ball, but Nico steals it from him, and begins to pass it around his half. Isagi is confused at first, but is like, alright, now that they're ahead, they're in no hurry to attack, they're just running down the clock. Next up is Raichi. He tells him to just pass him the ball, and he'll take care of the rest. However, Team Y had possession for the whole of his 10 minutes. Imamoto's first 5 minutes were also wasted. They were over before he could do anything. Naruhodo tells him you say that, but what do they do if they try and win it? Fail, and Okawa ends up with it. Igarashi tells him to stop fighting. He hears even the pros have a hard time breaking down ultra-defensive teams. To win, they have to be more aggressive in the second half. Chigiri wonders if it'll even work. If their weapons are ineffective against them, they'll just die a slow death. To improve their chances of winning, instead of wasting time on useless weapons, he's just saying they should focus on Bachida and Kunigami, whose styles annoy the other team. The second half starts, and nothing changes. It's supposed to be Itamura's turn, but he can't even get the ball. He slides for the ball and misses, however, Gagamaru is able to take it, and passes it to Isagi. Gagamaru's plan is to start with Isagi on the wing. He's aiming to hit an early cross into the near impossible space in front of the goal. However, he overhits it. Isagi believes he'll reach it though. His weapon is his incredible agility. He headbutts it in, but it's blocked. As Isagi is standing there, he feels a presence behind him and turns around, and realizes this chance might turn into a disaster if they get the ball and counter. As he's thinking over the situation, he realizes his premonition comes from. He runs back, realizing they've misread the situation. The one who is crushing their chances, and the one who's been calling the shots and feeding killer passes to Okawa. The goalie blocks the ball, sending it forward. Koa says they sent too many forward. If they get the ball to Okawa now. However, Isagi blocks Nico from getting the ball. The uneasy premonition he felt was coming from the beating heart of Team Y, Nico. If they shut him out, Team Y dies. Isagi shoots, but Nico tips it. However, Gagamaru is able to catch up to it, scoring the goal, evening up the game. Nico says he finally caught on. Without him, they could have countered and killed off the game. Isagi tells him he won't let him run free now. They'll shut him out and win this game. Nico mentions that he has the same eyes as him, but he can't beat him. He's the one controlling the game. Then the episode ends. Some personal thoughts. I'm enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would. I don't really have anything to say about it, besides that I enjoy watching it. As time goes on, obviously Isagi is going to learn more about his weapon, that being his eyes. However, I don't know what that means in this context, so they'll have to explain it more, which I assume they will do in next episode. I enjoyed the episode. I'm looking forward to next week, but that's about it. So yeah.